Good Libations, which is our show about mixology, the art of mixology. And I'm Ethel Andrews, I'm a mixologist. We're going to make another drink that is suitable for winter and for entertaining in the winter. And we know certain coffee drinks like Irish coffee, Scottish coffee, Kioki coffee, coffee grabbers are incredibly popular this time of year. And in my opinion, Irish coffee is a wonderful drink, and I've never found one better than the place where they originated, which was at the Buena Vista in San Francisco on Fisherman's Wharf. The best, hands down, Irish coffee. And it's not because they do anything ultra special or wonderful. It's because they take care and they really enjoy what they're doing. And that's the key. And today we're going to make Kioki coffee. And Kioki coffee has kind of an interesting etiology too. There used to be a place in Del Mar in the 60s that was a restaurant, kind of a pub type atmosphere. And they had a lot of racetrack paraphernalia in there. And it was a steakhouse, and it was called Bully's because the proprietor of the place was George Bullington. And he was experimenting behind the bar one particular evening when the bartender wasn't there. And he came up with a really good coffee-based drink that they ended up naming the Kioki coffee. And the reason for that is they used to have a cook who was of Hawaiian background. And Kioki is the Hawaiian name for George. So he suggested that they call the drink Kioki coffee. We're going to go ahead and make that particular drink. And we're going to go ahead and make it the classic way. But instead of using brandy in it, again, we're going to use bourbon. Because we want to really highlight and feature bourbon. Because people kind of neglect it. And they shouldn't. So to go about making this drink, I'm first going to pour some bourbon in the shaker. And we're not going to shake this particular drink to make it cold, but rather to successfully marry, as the expression goes, the ingredients. So we got bourbon in there. And now we're going to put cream de cocoa, like you would put in an Alexander. And like I said, I wish it was dark, but we're stuck with a light one. But the good thing is the flavor is still the same. It isn't ruined, even though it's not dark. And I actually think they probably put caramel coloring in it, I rather suspect. And then we're going to put Kahlua in there, which will add some color to it. And like I said, I really like Kioki coffee. I think it is such a good drink. And to think that it's a California-based establishment that created this drink, I think that is so cool. In Del Mar, California, of all things. And then I'm going to add some fresh brewed coffee that I cheated. Instead of bringing the pot here and making it, I made it at home and I just put it in the carafe. So I'm going to add the coffee. And then we're going to shake all the ingredients and hope that the top of my recalcitrant, miserable little cocktail shaker cooperates. And then I'm going to spill it all over the place like I usually do and try to get the top off and just dispense it into the clear coffee carafe. And again, it's the same principle with this drink that there is any other drink that you use cream on. Try not to use aerosol whipped cream. And rather than use whipping cream, get heavy cream because it's has more butter fat in it, it's thicker, and it's going to successfully leave a float on the top. Whereas if you try to do that with whipping cream, you're going to have to use an actual beater to whip it up a bit. With this, you just shake it really good. Make sure it is really, really cold, first of all, and then shake it for quite a while. And we should be able to successfully get a float. Because if you have to whip it, it doesn't look as exciting when you get that top on it, when you pour it over the spoon. And again, we're going to hope that this will cooperate and leave a nice line of demarcation over the top of this Kiyoki coffee. And we're getting legs into it again, but I hope this will somehow correct itself and look like there's a nice big float on the top. And remember, if everything doesn't look picture perfect and wonderful, it's not a crisis, it's not a big deal. The drink will still be good, it'll still be enjoyable, and nobody does everything absolutely perfect. You can go to a high-end speakeasy type establishment or where they have very high-end, expensive mixology, and they're going to make mistakes and things are not going to be absolutely as they should. Don't let it throw you off. And now we're going to try the Kiyoki coffee to see how good it is. And drinking it through the cream, so good. And that is actually very successfully melded or blended. Those ingredients just came together beautifully. And I probably have a cream mustache, but that's quite all right. That is really a good Kiyoki coffee. It has complexity, it's strong, and you can actually individually taste every ingredient, believe it or not. And always be careful and be responsible when we drink. Keep our community safe and well spoken of. Thank you again. I'm Ethel Andrews, a mixologist. Goodbye.